this week I have store brand, so house brand purchases by generation. This is from a cost of sales and marketing. So millennials, let's start with the older generations and go from there. Silent generation, the generation before the boomers, 26% are using store brands as opposed to brands, normal brands.
National brands.
National brands, right. Boomers, 36%. Gen Xers, 41%, and millennials, 42%. Now, what I find interesting about this is just that it makes a lot of sense in as much as when you think about the silent generation, boomers growing up in an era where there were fewer media options, where brands had 3 channels on television to establish their brands and reinforce their brands and everything. It makes sense that those generations would be much more brand loyal than Gen Xers and millennials who grew up during eras of fragmenting media, especially millennials. But also the economic aspect of that, right? So Gen Xers, if you look for, now I've been talking a lot about generations. I've hammered it on this show and elsewhere. You follow Gen X's history, and basically economic calamity has followed them throughout their life. In the 80s, when they're growing up, there's the recessions. There was the savings and loan crisis. When they're in college, there's a dot-com bust. Then the housing market hit them really hard. So throughout their history, they've had economic stress. So that and then millennials enter into the job market just as the economy is failing miserably, or there's an economic collapse basically. It makes sense that store brands would make more sense for them, or they'd be more open to store brands than other older generations. So
that's an interesting study. I find that certain store brands are better than others. I mean, I don't know if you guys have Trader Joe's, but you can buy anything at Trader Joe's and know that it's going to be good because they make house brands out of really good brands. CVS Pharmacy, which we have here, I don't know if you have it, their house brands are great. On the other hand, you go to Walgreens or Duane Reade, and they're not. So, it's sort of a case-by-case basis.
It is, and almost a product-by-product basis, too.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got some store brands that I like that there's just some things I won't buy as a store brand because they're not as good as but I want to give myself a plug on this generational take too. I did an interview with a content marketing examiner that should be coming out tomorrow on their sites, contentmarketingexaminer.com, about generational dynamics and how that plays into your content marketing strategies.
Oh, we'll look for you. You'll post this on the Beyond Social Media Google Plus page, and we're about to start up our Beyond Social Media blog, and we'll be on Twitter. And we're glad for those of you who are joining us. Our ranks are growing.
Exactly. And you know what the beauty of my studio is? When we're about to wrap up, my neighbor's mowing his lawn, and Boo is barking at the door. Perfect time to wrap up.
There we go.
Join us again next time on the Beyond Social Media Show. B.L. Ackman is at whatsnextblog.com and on Twitter at whatsnext. David Erickson, D. Erickson on Twitter and e-strategyblog.com. I'm at profitandpartners.net. Thanks so much for watching the Beyond Social Media Show. Bye.